Part 2.
Alright, so this is where it picks up, and I'm not exactly sure what the heck is going on with the volume. The volume on this thing, like, seemingly is not as good. So this is actually part 2 to that, what's it called? GP Toys 110 scale vehicle called the Judge, which is a twin motor brushed RC that runs on 7.4 volts of power. Except for the fact that I went ahead and installed this right here. Now this definitely does wake the model up. But within waking the model up, there's also some other issues. So, in this episode from RC Guy Garage, we are going to see what happens when you take an 11.1 volt, I think it's 11.1, right? Yeah. Almost forgot. 7.4, 11.1. 11.1 3S pack. Granted, this is only a 1300 milliamp pack, but you'll see what this pack does. So if you're interested in watching this video from RC Guy Garage, you already know what to do, so let's just get into it.
Picking up from where we left off in Part 1. Now, enjoy Part 2.
Is there a leaf stuck in there? Looks like it's got a good concept. This thing will probably be mint if it was brushless. Oh, wow, that thing actually doubled back over on itself. No wheelie bar in the back. That was a pretty good hit. Definitely needs a wheelie bar. lost a wheel. So that's exactly what I was talking about. I was talking about right there, thread locking the wheels. So most likely in this, we're not going to find that lug nut. So I'll give it a little bit of a shot. But yeah, no, we're not going to find that. Oh, how? Are you serious? How do I have the luck? I literally found it. So, yeah. Make sure you Loctite. Make sure you Loctite these bolts. Otherwise, you're going to end up losing your wheels. All right. So what am I thinking about this little GP toy? Like I had said in the very beginning, you're going to want to Loctite your wheels just because of the type of nut that these are. It is nylocked, but yeah, you're definitely also going to want to introduce some Loctite. So fortunately, which is absolutely crazy, I've been having the absolute amazing luck of finding my lost lug nuts. So anyways, I'm basically just going to go throughout this model. I'm going to take the wheels off. I'm going to re-Loctite. Well, I'm going to Loctite all of the wheel bolts. And then, yeah, I am actually going to rip this thing on 3S. And we'll see if, like, their claims of whatever the box says. I mean, when you look at the box itself says right there, 30 miles per hour monster truck, and then obviously 48 kilometers per hour on the box. We got nowhere near that. You want to know how I know? Alexa, how many kilometers per hour is 16 miles per hour?
16 miles per hour is about 25.75 kilometers per hour.
So we're literally like half speed. So, yeah, that does not equate. So anyways, like I said, I'm just going to slam some 3S into this puppy and see what happens. All right, so I do want to actually get this on camera before I do it. I actually did put an adapter on it, which is an XT60. So it goes from a Dean's to an XT60. This is actually a 3S pack. And I'm going to plug it in. I'm going to power it on. I'm going to see what happens. So, remote is already on. So you can see the remote is already on. And now I'm going to power it up and hopefully it doesn't smoke. Okay, well it actually comes alive on 3S. So, we're going to see if this thing can take 3S power. All right, like I said, just to keep this documented, this is the GP Toy Judge Pro, and I am now putting in a 1300 milliamp 3S Z-Pack with an XT60 connector going to an XT60 to Dean's adapter. And we still will have to use not the zip tie, the Velcro to keep the battery in. So let's see if this thing rips or catches fire, or if it literally, like, if this is how to get this thing up to those claimed speeds. So far, once I plugged it in, it didn't explode. So I guess that's a good thing. The only thing you got to watch out for is obviously the way this is configured in this model. So we'll put body on. And I am going to run my GPS module. So I'll stick my GPS module on the back. We'll get some new speeds. And we'll see what this thing can do. Hopefully, we can get up to those advertised speeds. If we can, and this thing survives on 3S, this actually might be a pretty cool little ripper, because these batteries are kind of small, but if you want to run these inside the house, or, you know, maybe if a younger individual, you know, first time driving a vehicle, you'll get double the run time with this configuration, or you just run it with a single pack and you'll get just like maybe 15 minutes or something like that run time. So this is the route we're going to go right now. All right. Take the GPS module. I'm going to just strap it to the back, just like that. That way it's kind of safe. And we're going to take this thing out and rip it. See you in a few. So you can see we are at 12 satellites. We're at 78% battery and with 0. And we're actually tracking the model right now. Mode on, turn the truck on. It's on. So hopefully this thing will rip. Oh yeah. Way different. Now it'll do a wheelie. Alright, this is where it's supposed to be. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Apparently I didn't Loctite that wheel. Alright, well, let's see how good my luck is. Probably not finding that one. So, I have a feeling my luck may have run out this time. So, Loctiting those wheels is an absolute must. I'm going to give it a couple minutes just to see if I can find it. All right. So, back again, and we're on the same side. So, I'm guessing like torque or something's happening where obviously it's ripping off the wheel nuts. It seems to be obviously on this left side, so I am going to throw some thread lock on there. And hopefully this time, okay. I'm going to throw a little bit of thread lock on there. But hopefully this time it'll stay on. I am actually going to crank all the wheel nuts this time, because having these pop off like that is going to be no good. So like I said, I'm definitely going to recommend go ahead and get yourself some Loctite and or change out your wheel nuts. Fortunately, which is crazy, I had the exact same wheel nut in my in one of my drawers. So I'm going to go ahead and reinstall this wheel, and I'm going to crank this puppy. Crank this thing down this time. So these nylocks that I have are a little bit better than what came with the model. So hopefully this will stay on. Check this side. That's still cranked. I'm going to check this side. Ah, that one's loose. All right, so I'm actually going to also pop off this one. So the wheel nuts, quite honestly, are a no-go. But so far, what I'm seeing from the model on 3S, definitely a different scenario on 3S. So, and it seems to be taking it too. So let's get that wheel nut on there. Go to the front one. Yeah, this one was loose too. Bad RC guy. Bad. Like going against like everything that I know. Shouldn't do that. Should listen to myself here. And I'm not going to let the Loctite dry. We're just going to take this thing out, and we're going to continue ripping it. So I think it's got it in it. But let's find out. So we're going to take it out to the road now. We'll give it a, we're going to give it a street run. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, that's what it needs. It's definitely more alive on 3S. So we'll see what it does. Basically, we'll do a wheelie now. So let's see what this thing does on 3S. Oh, ESC cutout. So it doesn't like 3S, I don't think. Yeah, it's having an ESC cut out, I believe. Yeah. It doesn't like the full trigger rip. Interesting. Not liking that. Well, we're gonna give it a blast. Full trigger. Well, we'll see what it says. Mailman's coming. Might have something good. All right, so we'll hit stop. Read. Looking at 25 miles per hour. We're still 5 miles per hour short of what their claims are. So I'm done with that GPS. See you later, man. Have a good one. All right, so I'm just going to shut this off. Make sure I'm close enough so that it actually shuts off. Yeah, there we go. I think. That is something that I've been noticing that this GPS has been doing. See how it's right there? So I've realized if you want this to shut off the Bluetooth and the unit will shut off because it won't detect a GPS signal. So at least that's what I've been finding. So hopefully it'll shut off. I'll reconnect the Bluetooth, just see what happens. Yeah, there we go. See, now it's off. Alright, so yeah. Take this off. We'll take it out back. And we'll take it out back for a nice hard rip. So I don't know what the cutout was. It's not cutting out now. Yeah, I don't know. It's alive now, so I don't know what that cutout was. So we're gonna take it out to the backyard track. Not sure why it was cutting out. When we take it out to the backyard track, that should definitely test to see. Oh, actually ripped it pretty good up that hill. Oh, hey, we powered right through it. All right, let's just take it out back, see what happens. Did it again, it died. So it's got some weird ESC cutout thing happening. It's like detecting like a spike or something. Definitely comes more to life on 3S, but if the ESC can't handle the spike in power, it ain't gonna work. Get the stick stuck in there. Get the sticks out of there. Something's in there. There we go. Alright, well, let's give it the beans. Give it the beans, meaning let's do some jobs. Whoa! Seems to actually be doing okay right now. Oh, ESC cut out again. Oh, tree. Weird ESC cut out there. Seems like it's when it's full trigger. It seems like it's all right. All right, so I'm guessing that the battery is probably wiped out. So it does have these weird, like, little ESC cutouts. We're gonna go inside and we're gonna check a couple of things. All right, so we're back in. We lost a body clip. But for that amount of thrashing, not surprised. I'll shut it off. Get a temp on the ESC. 113, 112. Get right in there. 120 on the ESC. Definitely warm. Inside on the motors. Can't really get inside there. It's like these little vents in there. 109. There we go. So we're getting some heat on the bottom of the chassis here. We got 130 something, I think. 140, 145, 149, 151, 52. So, full trigger ripping like I was doing, 152. What I want to do, now this is just an abuse test. So what I want to do is I actually want to check the cell actually feels okay. Get a temp on the cell. So temp on the cell, 102, 3, 4, 104. We'll get a reading on what we got for power, 3%. So it is very possible what this was doing was this was reading in under voltage. So it definitely was cutting out. I'm not sure if it was cutting out due to heat or if it was due to the battery pack being low. I'm going to go ahead and go with the battery pack being low. There were a couple of cutouts. So there were like a couple of like weird cutouts with the ESC, and it could be like that voltage kind of protection, it detecting maybe just a little bit of, I mean, maybe like it was detecting like a little bit of extra current draw. But I don't know, man. Actually, I mean, it's a fun little model, you know. Other than what I gotta say is definitely Loctite your wheel nuts. You can get the model for about $100 on Amazon. You can put it in your cart, wait for a coupon. Sometimes you'll get $30 off. I think the model retails anywhere from 130 to I think 160, but the 160 model, you actually end up getting money off. It does give you 2 batteries. This will probably be like a great indoor little ripper. Chase your dogs, your cats, and maybe even chase your kids. So anyways, hopefully you like this little episode from RC Guy Garage. And yeah, like I always say, just get out there and rip it. If this is the kind of ripping that you like to do, I mean, go for it. Ooh, that feels warm.